Well, ladies and gents, Darth Maul was in Obi-Wan Kenobi, but they changed it. Shame. For shame. This article comes to us from, was it the Hollywood Reporter? Yeah, it's Hollywood Reporter's like Heat Vision. They've compiled a big thing of what they knew. Yeah, Darth Maul was part of it, got cut. Creative differences, creative shake-up. Oh, I mean, you'd want Darth Maul. Like, you would, that's what people would want to see. And interestingly enough, like, if they had done the Darth Maul scenario, would we have got the rumoured amount of confrontations with Vader, which absolutely breaks the law and the canon of the series? Yeah, maybe not. So let's take a look at this, because I saw this and I was like, God damn. Disney as well can't catch a break, because like, a lot of people are looking forward to the show, a lot of people hate it, but the fact that there's just so much coming out around it, not that good, because this doesn't help the film, well, the series, sorry, in any way, shape or form. It doesn't help it, because people learning what could have happened prior to its release just encourages them to dislike it even further. It gives them more reason to dislike it, and this is definitely one of them. It absolutely is one of them, unequivocally. The fact that, you know, you're getting, well, yeah, Darth Maul completely removed from the series. People wanted to see Darth Maul. People wanted to see it. So let's take a look. This has been compiled together by, what was it, Boris Kitten, Aaron Couch. So Obi-Wan Kenobi will include plenty of familiar faces and new ones when it debuts May 25th, but one Star Wars fan favourite will noticeably be absent. Darth Maul. That's what everyone wanted to see. And this is why when Kathleen Kennedy came out and was like, oh yeah, well, you know, it was too bleak, we needed to shake it up. I did a video then, I was like, that's real bad news. It's bad news. She's come in, she's changed it. Well, she changed this. Remove bloody Darth Maul. Not cool. But anyway, Darth Maul, a chief antagonist of Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi, who first appeared in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, is not expected to appear in the series. But sources have told The Hollywood Reporter not only was the Sith Lord initially slated to return in the Disney series as a key villain, but also Ray Park was in active prep to reprise Maul. That, however, was before those scenes were scrapped amid a creative overhaul that ultimately saw other antagonists, including Darth Vader, added to the show. Now, what that tells me is Kathleen Kennedy getting involved was the worst thing possible. She changed this. We know that because she's come out and admitted it. Yeah, we did a creative shake-up, it was too bleak. Okay, cool, fine. So you added Darth Vader, someone who wasn't supposed to have interacted with Obi-Wan Kenobi until we see him in A New Hope. Doesn't make any sense now. This stuff just changes it all completely. It also would have made more narrative sense having Darth Maul come back. Why? Well, because in this story, it is said that Kenobi learns to commune with Qui-Gon Jinn. What level of poetic justice would it be to have Obi-Wan Kenobi face off against Darth Maul, lose in that fight because he's still broken, then learn to commune with Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn teaches him the ways of the Force, or, you know, helps him as his master again, or at the very least just lifts his spirits up to the point where, you know, you can see Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn as a Force ghost literally side by side. Qui-Gon Jinn's obviously just there for motivation. Defeat Darth Maul. That would have been fantastic. Now, I know Darth Maul has been in cartoon series and things like that and has been offed or whatever. I don't know the exact story of Darth Maul, but in a series like this, that would have been great poetic justice. It would have made sense narratively. Now, you've just thrown in basically what I've done. What I've just said there is what they're doing with Vader. Faces off against them twice, apparently. Qui-Gon Jinn's got no relevance to Anakin Skywalker at all. Now, swap Vader out for Darth Maul. That makes more sense. The guy who killed Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn then comes back and semi-avenges himself in some sort of way by motivating his young or former apprentice. That would be great. That would be fantastic. What a bunch of poo. Now, Hossein Amini was the original writer who worked with director Deborah Chow on the 6-episode series. And while it was reported that production paused in early 2020 because Lucasfilm was unhappy with the scripts, the reasoning behind the pause was a little more layered. So according to sources, Chow showed the scripts to Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, who are coming off the success of The Mandalorian, freshly launched in November 2019 and deep into work on Season 2. Sources noted that Filoni and Favreau were concerned about Obi-Wan covering similar ground as The Mandalorian. Okay. The lone wolf and cub-like story of Kenobi coming out of hiding to protect a child, aged Luke Skywalker. That's nothing like The Mandalorian. Literally nothing like it. If that is from Filoni and Favreau, that is dumb. Really, really dumb. Because they're nothing alike. And it also makes sense because that is literally the story of Kenobi. Maul was one of the villains who would participate in the hunt for the pair. And Vader was nowhere to be found in this faraway galaxy at this stage. According to those with knowledge of the project, also Filoni and Favreau pushed Chow and the show to go bigger. According to several sources, in any case, those concerns made their way to Lucasfilm head Kathleen Kennedy. So Favreau and Filoni were concerned. They then passed that information off onto Kathleen Kennedy, who said, yeah, nah, let's just stop that. And then Joby Harold was brought on as the show's new writer. That is garbage. It's unclear how far along in the process things initially unravelled. A boy was chosen to play young Luke Skywalker, but no scenes with him were shot. As far as Park's Maul goes, the picture is more cloudy. One source says Park was on set for pre-production and was also involved in stunt training. The source says footage of Park may have been shot, although another source says it could have been test footage. Whatever the case, Park was back as Maul, or so he believed. In the overhaul, however, Maul was written out. You could have left him in. Why would you? Oh my God. One source says it was Filoni that conceptually keyed in on a way for Vader to be brought back as the big bad with the Grand Inquisitor, a character made popular by Filoni. So it's literally him circle jerking himself. A Lucasfilm source contradicted the account, saying Maul was never intended to return for the series, nor did Park come to set. That sounds more like BS than it does anything else. The overhaul also led to a new search for a young Skywalker, and a new actor was picked. The Hollywood Reporter has learned that the new Luke is Grant Feely, whose only credit, according to IMDb, is in an episode of Creepshow. Maul stands as one of the most popular villains in Star Wars lore. Obviously, in Clone Wars and Rebels, which depicted the final battle between Maul and Kenobi. Maul returned for the live-action cameo in Solo: A Star Wars Story. That suggested there was more for the actor to do in the galaxy far, far away. Solo bombed, scuttling those plans. But soon, fans speculated who could appear in Obi-Wan, given that Maul was responsible for the death of Qui-Gon Jinn, which makes perfect sense, and I've covered that. Why would you do this? You big old pile of poo. You're garbage. Kathleen Kennedy and Filoni, you garbage. Insert South Park clip of Muff Cabbage. The first trailer for Obi-Wan launched March 9th and gave viewers a look at McGregor. I mean, and they even had Duel of Fates. Hopefully, ladies and gents, this is all a bait and switch, and we'll have Maul turn up. We're not going to have Maul turn up. But can you imagine if he did? That'd be great. It would make so much sense. Thanks, Kathleen Kennedy. Thanks, Filoni, for going, oh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to have Grand Inquisitor. Yeah. And we're going to cast an actor and not put prosthetics to make his head look good. Have you seen the... Grand Inquisitor looks like poo. Oh, this is garbage. Anyway, there you go. That's what happens when people choose to just check. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Filoni's the one that's like, oh yeah, we definitely got a way to bring Vader into this series. No, you don't. No, you don't. You have not given a way for Vader to be in this series that makes any thematic sense. It breaks Star Wars lore. You should know that. Dumb. Real dumb. Darth Maul would have made so much more sense. Narratively, character arc thematically with Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn set to appear. That would make so much sense. But no, we'll just bring Vader back with Hayden Christensen. Okay. Sure. Let me know what you think down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Check out the links in the description box. Twitter, Instagram, my second channel. Thanks, guys. Take care.